Okay, so it's Morton Joe 245 here, and today we're taking a look at Doc. So this is Doc, version 1 from 1983. Doc was G.I. Joe's first dedicated medic. Now, in 1982 and also 1983, Stalker had medic listed as his secondary military specialty, but he wasn't a dedicated medic. Doc would end up having a replacement in 1986 in the form of Lifeline, version 1. Now, on the Cobra side, Cobra never had a dedicated medic until sometime in the early 2000s, when in the form of Scalpel, which Scalpel name is actually based on a real life scalpel, which is a tool used by medical surgeons. Okay, so let's take a look at Doc's accessories, starting with his helmet. And as you can see, it's pretty, it's a lot different than the standard G.I. Joe helmet. It's actually got some more details. I think these are supposed to be flares at the top, and there's like a band that goes all the way around, and a set of holes. There's whatever this is, I ain't sure exactly. It's like earmuffs or something. But you see, it's sculpted inside to what all that stuff would be. And the helmet can go onto Doc's head. It's pretty tight too. Pretty good fitting helmet. His second accessory is this flare, which it's got like a strap around it where you can put it around the figure, and there's a handle right here the figure can hold on to. Looks like you would kind of mount it like this if you're going to launch the flare off. So when you can launch the flare off, so transport can get there, so you can get your wounded to safety. And there's pretty good details in it. I'm not a flare expert launcher, so I'm not sure exactly what this could be. Okay, so last but not least, my favorite accessory is this stretcher, which I've actually got a couple of extras of these. But this stretcher on the bottom has got some pretty cool details. It's got some pouches and some other things like that, probably for medical gear. There's a cross on there, and there's some tabs of it because it goes down on this side. And these clips are to put into the around the figure's wrists. So let me show you how that works. Okay, so there, how the figures look like holding the stretcher and with the figure on it, which looks pretty cool. If you add Lifeline's accessories into the whole display, it makes it look pretty cool actually. Now these handles and stuff can sometimes be broken off, with stretch fractures and stuff. And if you have multiple of these stretchers, you could create multiple like casualties and stuff, which actually have an extra one or two of these stretchers. So I used them a lot when I was during my playtime. Okay, so let's take a look at the sculpt design and colors of Doc, starting with his head. Like Stalker, Doc is an African American male with black hair. But unlike Stalker, he doesn't have the beret because he's not a Marine. Or Green Beret, I mean, not a Marine. But as you can see, he's also wearing green sunglasses, which was also on Lifeline, which, Lifeline was meant to kind of harken back to Doc, so that's probably why they've done that way. Which there's also speculation that Doc's head was supposed to be the unique head sculpt for Short Fuse. Because, in the comic books and also in the cartoon, I believe, Short Fuse wore glasses. But, the figure right here does not, because he used the same head as Flash and Hulk and, all those. Because they ever used a lot of heads. And, so do I think that this is Short Fuse's head? I don't think so. Because, Doc, they actually made him look like a, African American male. So I think that this head was specifically created for Doc and not Short Fuse. But going down to his chest piece, he has standard jacket on with some pouches, whatever this is, a orange cross, which I think was a little better in red because usually crosses are red. There's another orange cross on his arm there, which there's nothing on this arm out of the ordinary, I don't think. And his back piece was reused for Duke version 1 and version 2 as well, the Tiger Force one. But including his arms, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe his arms with the cuff sleeves were also reused for for Duke version 1 and 2. And possibly even his waist piece, I believe it could have been. I'm not for sure. But as you can see, my figure is a little bit yellowed. And I think what happened was he was sitting like this in the where he was stored in for a long time, so that made him kind of yellow on one side. If you notice, right here he's not yellow near as bad. But going down to his legs, on his left leg, he's got 2 flares and 2 pouches right here, with the tips of them painted red, so that's pretty cool detail. His belt there, I forgot to mention, is red and white, and with white pouches. And on his right leg, what it looks like a pistol in a holster, which I don't think this is actually supposed to be a pistol. I believe what this is actually a flare pistol, but because it's supposed to, because Doc is also a pacifist, but Doc isn't annoying like Lifeline, which when we do a review on Lifeline, I'll get into Lifeline's pacifism. But going down to his legs, it's just standard khaki colored pants, and he's got green boots, which these boots kind of look like Duke's boots, but Lifeline just has his pants pulled over his, not Lifeline, I mean Duke. Duke's boots look kind of similar to this. It looks like maybe they're wearing the same boots, but Doc has his pulled over his boot, unlike Duke. Duke has his tucked in. Okay, so going over Doc's articulation, Doc had the standard articulation for G.I. Joes in 1983. He had a swivel at his head. He had a ball joint at his, or a swivel joint at his, and a hinge at his shoulder. He had a swivel arm articulation, which was added in 1983, with also with the hinge joint right there. He also, the figure was held together with a rubber O-ring, so you could get a good range of motion. He had a ball joint at the hip and a bend at the knee. So for Doc's media appearances, he made many appearances in the G.I. Joe comic book, as well as the Sunbow animated series, which he was later replaced with Lifeline during the last season of the Sunbow animated series. Okay, so what do I think of Doc overall? I consider this a top tier figure. He is equipped for going into a battlefield, unlike Lifeline, which I'll explain in the review. And I really like this the colors of this figure too, like I said. And when I was younger in my playtime, I liked having a medic for my team, for tending to the wounded. And it was kind of a fun thing to do. And I had multiple stretchers, so I could put multiple figures on it at a time, so they could be transported away for more medical attention. So if you like this review, want to see some more, give me a thumbs up. That'll help me out a lot, and hit the subscribe button. Till next time.